All right, hey guys, good morning. I just finished packing up my car to, I'm in the Bay Area right now, to drive it down to LA. I'm gonna try and get the keys to the apartment. Today is June 30th and my move-in date is on July 1st, so tomorrow. So I'm gonna go try and get the keys, pay my first month's rent, and yeah, just start the whole moving process, which is ridiculous. Oh, my cat, she just appeared. I have to say goodbye to her. Hi, girl. Yep, she's like, oh, yes. But yeah, so stay tuned with me. I'm gonna track how much I'm spending on this trip, how moving is like, especially during the pandemic. And I think things are just gonna come up as they do. I'll just be sure to keep you guys updated on the whole process, so stick around. All right, what is up? I've made it. We're here. I just moved all my shit in. I'll show you in a bit. From my car alone. I fit like 90% of all my stuff in my Honda Fit, which is pretty nice. So my parents didn't come with me to this part. They went directly to the place we're staying. So it's not going to be a lot tomorrow, which is nice. The stuff's right there. That's why I keep looking over there. I'm super brain dead. I haven't eaten since breakfast in Oakland, and except for some Mike and Ike's. Shout out to my friend Sarah for supplying me with those for my trip. They saved my life. And yeah, so then I was like, once I moved everything in, I was really hungry, and I was like, let's go walk and find a good place to eat. And I looked up, and there was this Mexican restaurant just like half a mile away from me. I was like, perfect. And I go there, and it's a supermarket, and they tell me that they actually stopped serving food at like 1 or something. And I'm like, shoot, I walked all this way, it's hot, I'm hungry. I just passed a Taco Bell, so I was like, I could go to Taco Bell. But then I saw Jim's Burgers, but that they sold tacos too. So I got tacos from Jim's Burger. And I'm gonna smack down on those while I tell you guys about the his apps and what's going on here. Alright, we got our salsas. I also don't have soap yet, so my hands, Corona, not gonna be good. Ooh, oh, also, I'm like been super vegetarian, and like trying to be plant-based the month of June did not work. But I'm gonna try and do that now that I'm shopping for myself here in LA. But nope, got myself some chicken and carnitas tacos, so it's just one of those days. And meat tastes so good. So bad for the planet. Great content. Impeccable. Oh, drip drop. And drop top. What? Okay, I ate those tacos and did not talk about anything apartment related. So let me do that. Let me talk about things that are important. Alright. Successfully got to LA, went straight to the property management company's office. I gave them my first month's rent, but I realized that there's like this $3 fee added on by the city to my rent that isn't included in like the number $12.95, so like $12.98. It's like $12.98.50, and that's required in the check I give them. It's also, I've been paying in cashier's checks the first two things, my security deposit and my first month's rent. The rest is online, but cashier's checks, they cost $15 to make a cashier's check when you go to the bank. So I gave them just $12.95 today, and they didn't say anything about the $3, but I know that, and I should reach out. I've had to pay it because I'm not going to pay $15 extra to pay them $3 more. Anyway, so I did that, got the keys, so I get to be in the space a day early. The mail doesn't seem to work. I can't open the mailbox for my apartment number, and then I tried all the other mailboxes to see if like they were misnumbered, and they weren't. So haven't heard back from the property manager or the apartment building manager about that. That's the thing I have to figure out. My apartment doesn't have any like curtain rods over the windows yet, and like just in general, maybe like I'll want to hang stuff on the wall. But my lease, they said that I needed written permission from the property manager, the owner of the building, to like drill into the walls. So that was another thing I went in today and asked about. And so all I had to do was, he was like text me asking the question about curtain rods and things, and I'll text back, as then that'll be my confirmation. So I want to check if that's like counts as like evidence of written permission before I do anything. But that's good to know that I can do that, and that I can like hang shit from the walls, not like heavy things, but like pictures and stuff. So I don't have really any furniture other than a chair for my desk, which is literally my mom's chair, I think since I was 6. I don't know. That's like my first memory literally of the chair. So old chair, I like it. And then like posts of a desk that I can put like a piece of wood on top. So me and my dad are gonna go to Home Depot and like get a thing and cut it, and he brought his tools and stuff. So that'll be fun. But other than that, I don't have any furniture, and I'm realizing like just walking around, I need to already like, I have a list of stuff, but I need to write like for your toilet paper, like a little thing to put your toilet paper on. Need one of those. I need soap. Yeah. There's other things that I haven't thought of that I need to get. The main thing I really need to figure out, and I want to just like talk it out with you guys really, is my budget for this whole move-in. So like, I know the first grocery trip is going to be more expensive than other grocery trips will be, you know, getting like essentials like olive oil and salt and pepper and stuff like that. Like, so I'm getting a bed for free, which is super nice. That would have cost way more. I really want a couch, a rug, a coffee table, a dresser, and like a standing mirror. It would be super nice to have like a little table to eat dinner at, but I just have to see if I literally have enough space for it, if it just kind of like cuts the space up in like a bad way. And then I also need like lighting and things, like lamps. I have like a lamp that's very small and produces a very little amount of light. So it's like budgeting for those things, and I'm thinking like, I kind of want to do like a mixture, I think, of Goodwill and like online secondhand stuff. I think just with COVID, that's a little more complicated. And then IKEA. Let me know what you guys think about IKEA. I haven't done much research into like their ethics of like how good of a company they are. I know that they're really cheap and affordable, and also like the style of stuff I like to have a lot. I enjoy their aesthetic. Anyways, that's what I was thinking is the other alternative, something affordable and also just like very minimalist. That's kind of like the vibe I'm going for. But I know that I'm going to get the push from my parents just to kind of do it all at IKEA. So, and yeah, I'll just keep you up to date with how I'm spending and like how this whole journey of like this next week pretty much of moving in, how much that's costing me like in terms of stuff for my apartment, and also just like getting places, like living and sustenance and things. It will be different because for some meals my parents will be paying for me. They haven't paid for anything yet, but I assume while we're out, you know, shopping and things, they're gonna pick up the tab. All right, well, stay tuned for more. I'm gonna finish my third taco and start some unpacking here, and I'll be sure to let you guys know how it goes. I just started to unpack my kitchen a little bit, and my big question, I have like a ton of pantry drawers. I'll show you in a sec. And my question is just like, where do which things go? Like pots, I guess, should go closer to the stove. Like, where's my plates go? Which is gonna hold my utensil drawer thing. To like think about the feng shui of like how I operate as a human. All right, this is day 1, or I guess day 2 progress. Put the bed there for now, but definitely gonna move stuff around. Got this mirror, happy with it. Wanted like a whiter one, but this works. And I'm really happy with the couch. It's a cool color and it kind of matches the blue of the walls. Hey again, today is the morning of my third day of moving in. Today is July 2nd, the morning. Yesterday I did a bunch of shopping for furniture. That was like the main thing I accomplished yesterday. So we went to IKEA, me and my parents, and tried to crank out a bunch of our like main items that I needed. And so what I wanted to do with you guys, I wanted to do it yesterday before I went shopping, so it was more like real time. But before I went shopping for my furniture, I made a budget for my move-in, like how much I really wanted to be spending on this entire move-in. And then I kind of broke down what I thought things were going to cost, like how much would a couch cost, how much would a coffee table cost, like all of the items that I wanted to get. I wrote out a number, added it up, and saw if it fit in my budget. So I want to walk you guys through that, what my ideal budget was, what I thought I'd be spending on some furniture items, and then I'll go over what I actually had spent yesterday. And we're not done, guys, so I don't know how realistic this budget actually was, but we'll see. All right, so to quickly just go over how I was creating my budget for this move-in was that I have kind of a fund set aside for this LA new life, I guess, for moving and living on my own. And right now that stands about $5,500. So I've taken out security deposit and I've taken out first month's rent from that fund, and now that leaves me with about $5,500. So I kind of just worked backwards from that. I said, okay, so I want to be able to afford 2 months rent. I also want to be able to afford about 2 to 3 months of groceries, and then I also have just want to have a little fund for like activities that would also include like my transportation, laundry, things like that. So I broke those down. I said, all right, it's going to cost $25.90 for 2 months of rent. I gave myself about a budget of $1,050, $1,050. I hate saying things like that. For groceries for 3 months, and then I'm just looking at my notes. I said I gave myself like a spending budget of $300 a month, so that came out to $900. So add that all up, that comes out to $4,540, and that leaves me with my original $5,500 budget with around $900 roughly, so around $1,000 for this move-in comfortably. Now I'm foreseeing that I'm going to be adding more to this pool of money, so the $5,500 isn't like a fixed number that if I go over I'm like broke, but that's the money I have right now. So I wanted to be conscious of that and really try and stay within those parameters. Let's see how that went. I budgeted like $150 to $300 for a couch. I ended up spending $350 on a couch yesterday, which like I'm happy about. I budgeted $70 for a rug. I ended up spending $120 on a rug. I'm not super in love with it. It might change with the rest of the furniture and I could be happy with it, but I'm definitely looking today at other rugs to see if there were better ones. Coffee table, I budgeted $60. That was $60. Dresser I haven't gotten yet, but I'm budgeting $75. Hopefully I can stay under that. Curtains, I said $15 and I think they were $30 because I got like a curtain that was pretty, but it was sheer and like I want privacy. And so then I had to get like a liner, so that added up more. Curtain rods, I budgeted $25 and I think they were like $7, so that was cool. Lamps, lighting, I budgeted $60 for it and I think I spent around $85. And that was for 2 lamps, standing lamps. I haven't gotten a nightstand yet. I haven't gotten any type of like bookshelf thing. I think I'll put some shelves on the wall and that'll be a good way to store my books and things that isn't taking up floor space. Got a standing mirror and that was only $29 and I thought it was going to be around $50. And then I got a table and I believe the table was $55 and I wasn't budgeting at all for a table at that point. So yesterday on my credit card, I ended up putting $570 from IKEA on that, and that's because, and it was more than that, my parents had to cover the remainder, which I believe was around $400, and I still have items like my dresser and things to get, so we're already at $900, easy, like $950. So I think this might go to around $1,200. I'll definitely keep you guys updated. And I might be returning some things and looking. Today we're going to go to some discount stores and see if there were things that are just as functional that were more affordable. So yeah, that's the update on this. I'll definitely keep you appraised with how today goes, how the general move keeps going.
Do it there?
Yes. Ow, this I mean.
Alright, hi guys. Today is actually Tuesday, July 7th. Yes, I think that's right. So yeah, but I'm back here with an update on how this all has been going. I finally spent the first night alone in my apartment last night. So it's finally starting to feel a little bit more put together, a little more settled. There's still some items I need to get, but they're really not like crucial necessity items. I haven't obviously decorated or anything like that, but I have the essentials, the things that I wanted and needed in my apartment, and I feel really good about that. I wanted to go over how much I ended up spending on this apartment move in reality and kind of compare it and give you guys my thoughts on how I feel about how much I ended up spending and whether or not that met my expectations or my budget for what I thought I should be spending and what I kind of planned to spend, and where I may have gone over or stayed under maybe. So I'm going to give you two total numbers for how much I spent on this apartment, putting it all together and moving in. One of them is going to be the actual total of how much everything monetarily spent to buy in this apartment. And then the other one is going to be how much I spent, because I mentioned earlier in this video that my parents put about $400 on their credit card at IKEA for me, and I was planning to pay them back, and then they asked me, or they didn't ask me, they told me and let me know that I didn't need to pay them back for that $400, which was not expected and wasn't something that I was planning in my budget for, or like didn't anticipate getting a $400 freebie pretty much. And so that ultimately shifted how I was spending then there on afterwards. So I'll give you what everything actually cost and then what I personally spent, which is basically that number minus $400. Okay, so at IKEA, number one, I spent $571, and then my parents spent $400, and then I went back and I spent $121. Second place, Target. I spent $263 at Target. Then I went to Tuesday Mornings, which didn't know, if you don't know what that is, I didn't know what that is either. It's basically like a discount home store. I thought when someone first told me about Tuesday Mornings, they wanted me to go somewhere on a Tuesday morning. So I think marketing, I don't know about it. But I spent $146 at Tuesday Mornings. And then I spent $80 at Home Goods, which is just another one of those like home source stores. And then that was kind of it. And then yesterday I was like, hey, you know what? I need some plants in here. And also didn't know at all how much, I've never been a plant parent because I've always moved places like within 6 months. I've never really stayed somewhere for longer than that, and so I never thought it'd be a smart move to get plants, because at the end of that, where would they go? I was always flying somewhere, so I couldn't take them with me. So this is the first time that I bought plants, so had no idea how the market of plants works. I got two like taller plants, one like pretty major succulent dude, and then like one kind of tree looking bruh, but it's not a tree. And both of those plants were $40 each, and then the pots, I was like, great, $40, whatever. Well, I wasn't great. I was like, wish it was like $25. But I get it. And then the pots themselves were also $40, so it was like $80 a plant. So I came out to $160 at the nursery, which was not my expectation. I went in being like, I'm going to spend around $75. So that would have been if I bought one plant, but thought I should get two. So that's what I've spent on this apartment as of Tuesday, July 7th. And so that total number, including what my parents put on their credit card, came out to
$1,741. Take $400 out of that. I personally spent $1,341 on this apartment. It's pretty much done except for a couple items, and at this point I'm going to be doing secondhand stores and like Craigslist for the rest of these things. Like I have my coffee table, I have my couch, I have my curtains, I have my bed, my desk, a table to eat things at, trash can. I have all of the things. I spent over $1,300 in the past, not even in the past week, like in 2 days. And now I won't be spending anything ever again. And COVID will definitely help with that. So yeah, I personally went over my budget by about $340. I said 900, so that's around, it could be 440. I was comfortable with around $1,000. Honestly, for all of the things that I acquired and how happy I am with each item that I got, I'm okay with spending over my budget. I think that's just gonna have to transition how I'm looking at my social life, how I'm looking at my groceries, how I'm looking at other bills that I'll be definitely putting money down towards in the future. It also will transition or change how I'm looking at the money that I'm still putting into my LA fund, whether or not that'll increase how much I'm putting in per month to kind of compensate for that $350, $400 difference that I wasn't anticipating, or not. It's definitely not going to impact other areas of my life that aren't LA related. So I have a travel budget that I've been putting money towards, and I'm not going to be taking any money out of the travel budget. I'm also not going to be taking out any money of my long-term savings to compensate for that, just as like an insight into how I'm thinking about adapting to what I actually ended up spending. So that's one key thing for me, is not to dip into any long-term savings or any other organized savings plans you have for yourself. I would try, if you can, to change the kind of flexible places that you have in your life, like going out or taking trips or things like that, that you can still live the life or plan the way you want to or save the way you want to, whatever your priority is. Living or maintaining that lifestyle or maintaining those priorities can still be a reality for you even when you do go over budget. So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated on how that ends up looking for me. I will also be coming out with an apartment tour super soon, maybe in the next couple weeks, to once you see the place all completely done with decorations and everything like that. And then also like first impressions of LA and like what I'm spending in LA and how that's might be different from how I was spending in the Bay Area or when I was living in Boston, and how things are going like this. So that's what you have to look forward to. I hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Zoe. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and if you have anything to say, comment it down below. All right, I'll see you guys.